Good morning, class. How are you today? I hope you are all fine. Our lesson for today is about mechanics of sports skills. At the end of this video lesson, students are expected to identify the different skills needed in sports, explain how each skill is important in sports, and show the proper way of executing the skills. Before we begin our lesson for today, let's have this activity to assess your knowledge in the topic. Word search. Directions. Search the word inside the box to find the answers to the question below. Number 1. Blank is a type of skill that requires small amount of information to be processed. Number 2. Blank is an activity that involves muscular movement with a correct degree of muscular control. Number 3. The blank stage of motor learning skill wherein the performer begins to make use of kinesthetic feedback. Number 4. Blank is a type of skill wherein it is performed in unpredictable environment. Number 5. Blank is a type of skill wherein the performer has the control of his skill, the timing and rate. Let's check your answer. For number 1, the answer is simple skill. Number 2, the answer is motor skill. Number 3, the answer is associative. Number 4, the answer is open skill. Number 5, the answer is self-pace. If you got a score of 5, very good. If you got a score of 3 to 4, good job. If you got a score of 2 and below, that's fine. Fitness first. Directions. Complete the statement below and choose the correct word. Fitness is a condition in which an individual has sufficient energy, power, to avoid accident, fatigue, and enjoy life. And the answer is energy. And in the second one, the answer is fatigue. Physical fitness refers to the ability of your body system to work together efficiently to allow you to be healthy and perform activities of daily living. It is divided into health and skill-related components. Skill or performance-related fitness involves skills that will enhance one's performance in athletic or sports events. Health-related fitness involves skills that enable one to become and stay physically healthy. Skill-related fitness components are the following: agility, balance, speed, coordination, power and reaction time. Let's have our lesson for today. What is a skill? When explaining and defining a skill, the explanation or definition must contain the following key words and ideas. First, it is a learned ability. For example, the basketball player has to learn how to perform a layup shot. Second, it has predetermined results. For example, the basketball player sets out to put the ball in the basket. Third, it has maximum certainty. For example, the basketball player expects to put the ball into the basket every time. Fourth, it has maximum efficiency. For example, the basketball player will appear to make the layup look effortless with little energy required and apparently lots of time to do it. A suitable quote to put these 4 ideas into was written by Barbara Knapp in 1963 and states that a skill is the learned ability to bring about predetermined results with maximum certainty, often with a minimum outlay of time or energy or both. Motor skill. A motor movement skill is an activity that involves voluntary muscular movement with the correct degree of muscular control. Skill can be defined as a learned, coordinated activity which achieves a goal. Skill classification. There are several ways of classifying skills. Some of the most regularly used methods are discussed below. Number 1. Gross and fine motor skills. Fine or gross skills are classified based on the amount of movement required to complete a skill. Fine motor skills require greater precision in the control of small muscles, such as writing, throwing a dart, drawing and sewing. Gross motor skills involve movements of large parts of the body or of the whole body. They also require lay precision. Examples are doing a somersault and tackling a football. Number 2. Open and closed motor skills. Open skill is performed in an unpredictable environment. Object or content is changing, like location of defenders or flight of a ball. Performer must respond. Movements must be adapted. Example of open skill are football and rugby. Closed skill is performed in a highly predictable environment. The performer has full control of the timing of the movements. They can initiate action when they are ready. They don't have to consider environmental changes such as the position of the opponents. Examples are golf and diving. Another examples of closed skills are gymnastics and free throw. Number 3. Discrete, continuous and serial skills. Discrete skill has distinct start and end. Skill can be repeated but performer starts again. Examples of discrete skills are throwing a ball, kicking a football and swinging a bat. Continuous skills. It is a skill that brings together discrete skills in a repetitive movement. No obvious beginning or end and can go for as long as the performer wishes. Examples of continuous skills are walking, running. Another examples of continuous skills are cycling and swimming. Serial skills. These are discrete skills linked together in a movement sequence or movement pattern. The order of elements is important. Examples of serial skills are gymnastic routine and dribbling a ball. Number 4. Self-paced and externally paced. Self-internally paced. The performer controls the speed the skill is performed at, the timing and rate. Examples of a self-paced skills are high jump, pitching and bowling. Externally paced. The performer does not control the rate. Speed often involves the reaction of the performer. Examples of externally paced skills are receiving a pass or pitch and catching. Number 5. Simple and complex skill. Simple skill. There is a small amount of information to be processed and there are few decisions to be made. Examples of simple skills are swimming, running and skipping. Complex skill. There are large amounts of information to be processed, a number of decisions to be made quickly, a high number of subroutines that are coordinated and performed quickly and accurately. Example of complex skill is tennis serve. The 3 stages of learning motor skill. Stage 1. Cognitive stage. During this stage, you learn what is needed to perform a skill. There are frequent errors. The attention to decisions and step-by-step procedures. You have high attention demand, lots of thinking, tend to perform the skill slowly, and requires lots of feedback from teacher, peers or coach. Stage 2. Associative stage. In this stage, it concerned with the practice of the motor skill. At this stage, learners typically refine the accuracy and consistency of the motor skill. There is reduced number of errors. Performer gradually gets more successful and fluent. Learner begins to make use of intrinsic or kinesthetic feedback and begin to pay attention to concurrent feedback during performance. Stage 3. Autonomous stage. In this stage, some performers may only reach this stage after many years of practice. Others may never reach this stage. At the autonomous stage, performers exhibit sequencing and timing of the subroutines is automatic. Less conscious attention. Process larger chunks of information that occurs without their attention. Performer analyzing own performer and adjust his own action. High level of smoothness, efficiency, accuracy and perform without stress. Let us go now to this activity. Answer the following in your activity notebook. To summarize our lesson for today, answer this activity. For the valuing, practice makes perfect. If you want to learn something new, do it every day, but not for too long that you become too fatigued or frustrated to make additional progress. Critical thinking. In this time of pandemic, athletes are not allowed to train outside. How do you maintain your skill in tough shape? What other benefits can you get in home training? To measure what you have learned in the lesson, answer this post-test. And that's it for today's lesson. I hope you learned a lot. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.